Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. We are going to be playing with this palette. I only needed to do one more look with this palette to get my overall thoughts on it. And I think I have my overall thoughts now. So, let's get started. So basically, we're going to be playing with this row here. I give credit where credit is due, and I like the way he sets these up. It's been, I think since the new Prism palette, he's done mattes, and then the metallics in the middle. And I like that for several reasons. But most importantly, the way he has this set up, so that, because sometimes I'm not very visual with things, a lot of the times. So if you should use it like this, you will create a really pretty look. There's no denying that. These colors just aren't my colors. And that's fine, that's not the point. The point is it good? Is it worth it? And again, if this is your color story, it is worth it. Personally, for me, I still think the new Prism is one of my favorites as far as like just everything and the full fantasy, which now playing with this one for so many days, I'm like, I think I need to pull them out and do a look with them. So I'm kind of excited to do that. But let's go and start with Lion's Mane, because these are very pretty. They really are. And they're pigmented, as you'll see. So the first thing I'm going to do is just sort of set this lid. We're going to use the puffball. Just to set it. That's just preference there too. You don't have to. I'm using the Soft Ochre by Matte paint pot. And then we're going to lay that down as our first shade. And to be fair, I'm glad he set it up like this, because I don't know if I would have picked this shade to go with the next shade. But because it is set up like this, I did it like that. And they look really pretty together, to be fair. Now, I've got some black marks up here. No, that's the mascara. It's transferring. I don't know what that's about right now. But, I mean, I don't like the mascara anyway, but we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, I'm kind of impressed with this look, considering, like I said, this is not preference for me at all, right? I really do like it. And I also pulled out the Raw Beauty Christie and ColourPop palette, the At Foresight. Where did I put that? I put that somewhere. Oh, right here it is. Because I was looking at it going, well, what would I do? And in all honesty, they are semi-similar, but at the same time, not really. There are definitely shades in this palette that are in this one, for sure. But there's also shades that, well, obviously aren't in this particular palette that's in this one. So, and obviously this palette's bigger. But I think if you have this, you may not need this. But if you don't have this, this is a really good alternative to get those looks. And then more, and more. But look at that yellow. Look how pretty that is. Like, I'm not even a big yellow person, to be fair. Like, not my jam. Not my color, not anything. But I will say that I do like this look. I mean, I've liked all the looks, like I've said. They have made me step outside my comfort zone without, like, feeling like I'm lost my mind, or that somebody would look at me and think I lost my mind. When I wear, like, say, the Kiss palette, people looked at me like I lost my mind, because I just don't pull off that look, Now this look, though, it is outside my comfort zone, but it's a look that I probably would wear, you know what I mean? It doesn't look that far-fetched. For the eyeliner, I pulled in the ColourPop Black Flame Candle. It's a green. It's got like glitter. It's kind of like a glitter liner almost, but it's their gel cream. You don't really feel the glitter. but I think it works really good with this look. It pulls, you know, that green even more. So I do like that. For foundation and concealer, I'm using the IT Cosmetics CC Illuminating Foundation. And then for concealer, I'm using the IT Cosmetic Bye Bye Under Eye. And then I set with the Bye Bye Pore Pressed Powder all over. I know, it worked. I'm surprised it didn't make my eyes look more drier, but it didn't. But that IT Cosmetic Concealer is very, very moisturizing. And then I pulled into my balm. I need to use those shadows is what I need to do. I love the balm. But I'm using Bahama Mama for bronzer. It's a date for blush. And I really like this blush color. It's so pretty. And of course, Mary Luminizer for highlighter. Alright, now let's go into Dewdrop. And again, start off very lightly patting. Like sort of just, you know, very light. You can build it. If you go in too dark, it's not gonna, you know, it's harder to fix, to be honest, is what I've noticed. But going in with the light hand and working it in, it's really helping me a lot. Granted, I'm not a makeup artist, y'all, so don't, I know it doesn't even come close, but for me, it's doable. And that's all that I really need is doable. If it does that for me, I'm pretty much good to go. And I do overthink things and try to use more colors than need be. So that is why I completely just like, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to stick with just the colors here. And we're going to be okay. And I think we are. I think the looks turned out very pretty by doing it this way. I'm not saying you can't jump around, because you most certainly could and still create really pretty looks, but for someone like me who this just isn't my color story and who doesn't have the visions that makeup artists have, color theory and all that, this really is working for me in a way that I didn't think it would. It's made it to where it is workable for me, actually. That's what I'm trying to say. And of course, I bought the palette for 2 shades, which was Witch's Hat and Magic Mushroom. Those were the 2 shades that I was like, oh, they're pretty. Oh, and this purple and that yellow. So I am glad, like, I do love the palette for that reason. And I don't know, like, yeah, it worked this way going this row. It worked this way doing it this row. You know, and it looks like it would work this way and this way. I don't know if it would work this way and just this way. That I don't know. Because when I did the look, I did this shade, then this shade, then this shade, then that shade. So, I don't know. I did use this shade today as my inner corner, which you'll see in a minute. But let's go into Magic Mushroom so that you guys can see this. Because really, this is the only inner corner I have. Technically. But, you know, I wanted to use it on my lid. So if I use it on my lid, then I don't have an inner corner. Well, I mean, I could use the same thing, but I don't want to do that. But look at that shade. That is so pretty. And I am curious, I was going to, if I would have laid that light purple down on the lid and then applied that on top of that, what it would look like. I'm curious on that, and I may try that at some point. Just not right this second, because like I said, I wanted to do the palette justice as best I could. And as this isn't a color story that I'm used to, obviously I'm going to feel uncomfortable, and the palette deserves so much more than that, you know. So we're going to go back into this Dewdrop, and I'm going to line, or actually no, we're not. I'm going to go into Puffball again, and I'm going to put that for my inner corner, which you will see it does work. You can see it a little bit. So it does do what it needs to do. Now, do I like a matte inner corner? No. I like to, shine. And I probably, after this video, I'll add my highlighter, actually, from the palette on my eye. Or, not the highlighter, the Mary Luminizer. I'm going to put that in there. Because that's just my preference. So now we're going to go into Dewdrop. And I'm going to line the top lash line and bottom lash line. And I will say this is a good mirror in it also. The only other thing that I kind of am like wondering, I feel like this is more a fall palette than spring. So I'm not, but yet the packaging, the front does look more springtime to me in a way, but I don't know. I mean, in a way, it's kind of springy because you got that bright yellow and that lilac purple, but the rest of the palette, I'm just like, kind of reminds me of fall. Which I guess in a way it could be your spring and fall palette. And then you could have a winter and summer palette. Because I know that, you know, most people aren't as ridiculous and foolish as I am. And has, you know, over hundreds of palettes in their home. I personally think that if this color story fits you, go for it. You won't be disappointed. But if it doesn't fit you, the colors, and if you're on the fence, I don't at the same time think you're going to miss anything. I'm not going to lie. Or if you're like me and you just want to support, you know, I get it. But it's nothing revolutionary, let's say. For mascara, I'm actually going to curl my lashes because the mascara we're using is awful. I've determined it. And I should have known better, but I didn't. But we're going to curl with my Surratt eyelash curler. And I also think that with these shades, that if you did do false lashes, I think it would definitely elevate the look. Just so you know. So I think, like, I like the way it looks now, but I feel like if I did false lashes, I would really like the way this looked. Actually, I don't know if that is the mascara or if I was plucking hair and I grabbed my skin. Oh, it hurt so bad. I was almost in tears. I don't know how it happened. I don't know how it happened. Anyway, we're using the Glam Light and Betty Boop mascara. And I love Glam Light. I do. But if there was one thing that I'm like, do not even look at it, waste your time with it, it is their mascaras. Everything else is, you know, eyeshadows, blushes, you know, you'll be fine. You'll love it. You may take, you know, a little bit of work to get it to work or something, or to get used to it, but it will be fine. The mascaras, absolutely, positively not. And I find it odd that they did this choice, to be fair, because Betty Boop is known for her lashes, which I think did they come out? They did come out with lashes with this collection, I think. I think I bought them because I'm an idiot. Maybe I didn't, though. Maybe I was smart in this one. I don't remember what I buy anymore. I think I block it out so that it's like, oh, no, I'm not wasting money. No, 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 no. But you would have thought they would have came out with a better mascara. You just would have. And this one hurts too if you poke yourself. But I did want to try it, you know, after it sat for a minute, just to see how I felt about it. I feel the same as I did then. I don't like it. And I will probably be giving this to my mom. Well, I know I will, actually. because my mother doesn't wear much makeup at all, but brows and mascara she does wear. And a lip gloss or a chapstick. Something. That's about it. Alrighty, and that's the final look. For lips, I put on my Clinique Bamboo Pink lipstick. Look what my granddaughter did. Not happy. And it's just so pretty. And it does have like almost like a metallic look to it, but in the most flattering of ways. It really does. But love this. Love the fact that somebody actually picked it up and loved it too. That just, I love that. Because I don't want anybody to ever pick up something that I'm like, oh, I love it, and then they hate it. I mean, I know that will happen, but I hate that, you know. So that is all I have for you today. Look at this, y'all. My bye-bye pores, it's almost gone. I know. I've been hitting pan on stuff. It is a shock. But I'm excited at the same time because I don't, it was always buy the new, and then I forgot about the old, and then I forgot even what does work for me and doesn't work for me. That's the crazy part. It's like, well, you used it, don't you remember? No, I don't, because I'm on to the next thing, on to the next thing, on to the next thing. So I am liking the fact that I'm reusing stuff, but this time I'm writing it down, because at my age, I tend to forget things very easily. So I'm writing it down, and then I am saving it. So I have like a page of that just lists foundations, and then if I don't like them, I put them down. Or if I do like them, or if they're just okay, like I list the foundation and whatever. And then I have a page for concealer, powder, stuff like that, primers. Because like some things I just can't get into. Like, no matter how many times I try it, I can't get it to work for me, or it just looks awful. You know what I mean? So, anyway, I'm going to let you go. Again, this is the Moonshroom palette by Lunar Beauty. And this is the row today I used. And so, I've gotten definitely 3 rows down. So, that would just leave 1, 2, and then if I use that one by itself, it'd be 3. But I've used more, you know, I've used more than half the palette, to be fair. Yeah. So I feel like the shadows would perform the same, and it's pretty, but I don't know. It's nothing, like I said, if this is your color story, you're going to love it. If it's not, don't fret, okay? But I am going to do, I mean, I'm sure I'll pull this back out, don't get me wrong, and use it. But I do really want to pull out my full fantasy. Is this it? This is the blush one. I'm going to pull out my full fantasy eyeshadow palette and the Nude Prism eyeshadow palette, because the metallics in those are chef's kiss, especially that Nude Prism. It's gorgeous. And then I do want to play with the balm also, but I also want to finish the Urban Decay eyeshadows, because I'm curious on them still too. So that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped in some way. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. Because I mean, I'm still like, cute, you know, like I don't regret it, but at the same time, I wouldn't suggest it, you know. But anyway, I'll let you go. Did I say give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all that way you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday, unless there's a new launch. But I am trying to keep a budget this year, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.